And then, of course, there's a huge market opportunity available to all affiliates at the moment. Digital is continuing to disrupt value chains that have historically been very hierarchical, and now they're collapsing. And that gives affiliates a massive opportunity to be able to help and support new products, new services come to market. So I believe that the affiliate space has got relevance both now and in the future, albeit we're going to have to shift to embrace technology, data, and intelligence a lot more in the future. What's our role and our mission and purpose? So firstly, we think very carefully about expanding our publishing activity. So to be clear on that, it's increasing our content. It's making sure we get more user-generated content, that we get more rich media in place, that we give more advice to consumers that can be trusted, where we're really good authors, editors in providing that information and data. So that's the first thing that we're really driving towards. We're lucky, we sit on a wealth of data like many other affiliates that can be used to drive performance, data, insights, behavioral understanding of the consumers that we're engaging with. And then it should give us the tools and the armory to then matchmake them with the right products and services from the operators. It's important for us to move from kind of cascading and throwing a load of sites into the market to then working on fewer, more quality sites. So we're thinking carefully about creating bold brands that really have a clear identity, a clear demographic that they're looking to engage with, and a clear story for that demographic. And that's a shift that I see both us and many of our compatriots are looking to make.
In this period, I think that the best thing that we can do is internally in each company to reorganize, see where the value is. Like everyone was saying, the work from home situation that people are fully adapting.
There's obviously the trend of a spike in searches and demand for gaming services, and I think we've touched on that yesterday. Poker is back in business, back sort of to its glory days, bingo and casino, but there's also the trend of the operators being, rightly so, very cautious with regard to their acquisition and retention efforts.
If I was a smaller affiliate or a mid-size affiliate, I'd be taking this as an opportunity right now to, they're often the ones that not get neglected, but often sort of don't speak as regularly to their affiliate partners. And I'd be taking this opportunity to really, get in touch with everybody, make it clear how keen I was to work with them closer and to sort of act as responsibly as possible to go within whatever they need to lay out and to make an impact and just sort of put yourself on the map a little bit more.
But I think this period is giving us a great period of reflection to make sure that we reposition affiliate as a strategic channel for the operators and work a lot closely with them to understand business goals, to make sure that we can adapt and evolve as the market changes and go from that blunt instrument to becoming a lot more of a strategic partner.
This is a very good moment to set the ground for new trends that are rising but are not yet mature markets.
If you send all the links and you get your top rankings, if you're not satisfying user intent, you're just burning all that traffic and you're burning all those investments that you have in link building. So it's always going to be a balancing act, of course.
In 1 year's time, there are bigger events, of course, there in sports where the SEOs generally must be prepared, because in 1 year, the Euro 2020, which is postponed, will be Euro 2021. For Latin markets, we have America's Cup. So there'll be a lot of volume of searches around those terms.
With SEO, you could create one amazing article that could attract 1,000 quality links, therefore increasing your position in the search engines, and you could be there for a long time.
There's two types of partners, to be honest. There is the big networks, right, which are affiliates that are more established and work across regions or across jurisdictions, in which in these big networks, we also expect them to self-regulate, right? We expect them to kind of handle their own business. With the smaller affiliates, what we call the regional affiliates, we will work to clarify, but at the same time, we will actively look at the database we have and check and see that the media is right, that they're using, the appropriate creative with the appropriate copy.
You can't advertise anymore in UK and we have to build a switch in our system to be able to shut down the UK in that exact moment. So we try to partner up with companies like Gambling Compliance, for example, to be able to provide us with information all the time, or to be able to be all our sites to be whitelisted. We work together with White Bullet, for example, or the Metro London Police Cyber Security Division. It takes a lot of time and work to be able to be 100% compliant. But again, if you are building a business for a 10 and 20-year period, this is something extremely mandatory.
For me, the industry has to always be doing more to engage positively with society. And that's not to say it's not doing quite a lot already. A lot of what it's doing is not coming across particularly well.
And I am on a bit of a mission to actually stop the exploitation of gamblers who have a obsessive and addictive problem with online gambling. I am not anti-gambling, despite being accused of being such. I'm not an abolitionist. I firmly believe there is a place in society for sensible gambling. But what I do not and will not tolerate is when people are badly damaged, exploited to the point in some cases where they take their own lives.
The closer I get to seeing the problem, the more I'm individually willing to do about this. And I don't think that a technical solution like a software or whatever it is, it just goes in between humans and it gets us further away from the solution. And we put a machine in charge of solving something that humans are meant to deal with. So I would love to see anything that gets people in the companies to engage with people who have the problems, because I think that once we see that, we will be more willing to make an effort together, not because of regulations, not because someone forces us, not because of the stock market, but because that we're good humans at the end of the day.
When the mainstream media, and I know the Daily Mail are looking at doing a story shortly, when they're looking for stories, they're not looking to see how responsible we are collectively or individually. They're looking for those cases where it's irresponsible. And unfortunately, that's what gets the headlines. And there will be more of those.
In Sweden, they've just announced this thing for the 1st of June, whereby you can only have, I think it's 100 SEK or £8 maximum bonus, which sounds fantastic, on paper, and a good idea, sensible in the current environment, but an open book for anyone that wants to take illegal Swedish play, because they can just go in and there is there's a mindset that says a bonus is a good thing. And I think now would be a great time for the industry to persuade players, actually bonuses aren't a great thing. They're not a good thing at all, and to remove them. And if you can educate the player that bonuses are not a good thing, you kind of eliminate the unlicensed operator threat at the same time, and then you can build up.
I saw a post yesterday, Captain Tom Moore's birthday, an affiliate account, happy birthday, Captain Tom Moore. 40 seconds later, join our poker league. So they're hijacking a hashtag and a trend that's #1 in Twitter in order to get people in through the door. And to me, that's not ethical.
Everyone in other sectors, other big affiliates in other sectors have worked out that there are better ways of incentivizing and retaining users, and we should be the same. And that's what I'm going to do with Easy Odds. I think we ought to be behaving in these sorts of ways, and if we could do that in collaboration with operators, then again we all win.
Affiliation is a business model, and as a media group, you can apply more different business models, and that is what we are doing now. It doesn't change the fact that the vast majority of our revenue stems from the performance-based part of our business model, which is the affiliate marketing based on CPAs and revenue share. But I think that is what is changing, and also that we have more of more news sites, which may not be so directly targeted towards actually betting or gambling, but more in sort of the outer skirts of that, but still relevant for a user who wants to place a bet.